iaitu pengerusi PAC akan memaklumkan perkara ini kepada pihak media kemudian bila laporan itu siap dan sebagainya. Cuma saya ingin melaporkan kepada rakyat Malaysia melalui sidang media ini bahawa hari ini pihak Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia dengan Kementerian Sains, Teknologi dan Inovasi telah secara sukarela memberi keterangan kepada PAC. Kita tidak dipanggil untuk dibuat siasatan dan diadakan prosiding. Saya melalui posting dalam media sosial telah menawarkan kepada PAC secara sukarela untuk datang dan memberi keterangan secara rasmi dalam prosiding yang rasmi yang diadakan oleh jawatankuasa kira-kira wang negara. Keputusan ini telah pun dibuat oleh saya dan juga Dr Adham Baba kerana kita nak memastikan bahawa kita dapat memenuhi prinsip ketelusan sejauh mana yang dibenarkan oleh perjanjian kita dengan syarikat-syarikat yang mana kita beli vaksin COVID-19. Ya. Jadi saya faham bahawa ada keresahan berkenaan dengan syarat kerahsiaan yang ada dalam kontrak-kontrak tersebut yang dipanggil sebagai Non-Disclosure Agreement ataupun NDA. Jadi saya telah buat keputusan pada hari ini oleh kerana tak dapat nak umumkan harga secara teliti bagi setiap pembelian walaupun kita dah umumkan harga keseluruhan, ya, tetapi saya telah buat keputusan pada hari ini untuk datang ke PAC dan dalam keadaan keterangan yang diberi dalam prosiding PAC, saya telah dedahkan harga pembelian kita secara terperinci kepada jawatankuasa kira-kira wang negara dan saya telah mendedahkan dokumen kontrak antara syarikat Pfizer dan juga syarikat AstraZeneca sama dengan kerajaan Malaysia kepada PAC tadi. Okay.
Could we get an update on the negotiations with the Chinese and Russian pharma companies?
Yeah, we are still in the process of negotiating with them. I hope that we can conclude the negotiations within the next 1 or 2 weeks.
Maybe by informing PAC about the pricing and document, is there any way conflicting with the NDA that was signed?
No. We consider the PAC as part of the government and we consider that the privileged information was shared with public officials. Sorry? Yeah, so we shared with the PAC not just the price with which we have bought the vaccines. So the Pfizer price is all-inclusive, including delivery to multiple points of vaccination. Yeah, the Pfizer price, which is, I almost said it, is inclusive of delivery to multiple points of vaccination. The AstraZeneca price is not inclusive of delivery. So but I cannot reveal right now the price of delivery. What I can reveal, this has been a question that has been asked and it will be reflected in the PAC's report later. For instance, there's been a lot of concerns about the very extraordinary temperatures with which the Pfizer vaccines have to be kept at and whether or not we have the necessary cold chain facility. To that end, we have approved for the purchase of ultra-low temperature freezers, cold box, and also other related bekalan perubatan supplies for the cold chain, ultra cold chain facility, 16.6 million ringgit. Because Pfizer delivers it to the point of vaccination. Storage is our responsibility. So storage is not, some quarters have suggested that storage sampai 1 bilion ringgit is 16.6 million ringgit, 16.6 juta ringgit. As said, cold storage facility, we are estimating about 6.7 million ringgit to buy. One freezer is about 50,000 ringgit. Huh? 70 to 80,000 ringgit per freezer, yeah, for the ultra cold chain freezer. But we need to spend this because we need to simpankan vaccine as well.
YB, is Malaysia concerned of the possibility of unauthorized distribution of vaccines as has happened in Philippines just a couple of days ago?
Yeah.
And what would be the possible consequences if people are distributing or taking these unauthorized?
They'll be breaking the law. Simple as that. All vaccines have to be registered and approved by the National Pharmaceutical Regulatory Agency. Any black market for vaccines, any black market sales or inoculations of vaccines will be punishable by law.
Is the country government taking any measures to...
We are continuing to monitor and we will ensure that if we receive any reports, we will act swiftly.
So the vaccine will given out, approved and have not any pharmacy companies?
We have yet to decide on the full distribution, but as far as the Pfizer vaccines are concerned, that will be delivered by Pfizer and distributed by MOH. The same with AstraZeneca. At the moment, there has been no official submission or any official documents sent to the committee, the joint committee, or to the NPRA for the registration of any vaccines from the UAE.
What will be the negotiation with the Chinese and Russian government? Will that also include like what we did for Pfizer in the sense that they're delivering of the vaccine to the...
These ones have an element of local production development. So what the committee decided was that rather than just buying all the vaccines we need from pharmaceutical companies, we want to boost our local production capacity. So the negotiations for some of these deals may involve also local companies that provide value-add manufacturing services. So we will not get into deals with people who just want to be distributors. But if they want to do fill finish, for example, bottling the vaccines here, then we will consider that. So some of these deals have that value-add component where local manufacturing will be taken into account, because we want to make sure that we use this opportunity to enhance our manufacturing capacity. I don't want a future pandemic where we have to buy again 100% from overseas. We want to make sure that we can kickstart some of our local vaccine manufacturing capacity through the procurement process.
Well, just to clarify, for the 3 billion ringgit set aside for the vaccines, does this also include the Chinese and Russian?
It's all in. So let me just confirm that again. So the value that Tan Sri Mahyudin has announced, which is 2.05 billion ringgit Malaysia, coverage of 82.8% of our population, includes COVAX, Pfizer, AstraZeneca, as well as the ones that we are negotiating with Sinovac, CanSino, and Sputnik V, Gamaleya, Russia. Yep. Yes.
Until now, a lot of companies haven't told us about the result under I think WHO population.
Yeah, sure.
So how about that?
We have made a decision under Jawatan Kuasa Jaminan Akses vaccine that we will only vaccinate 18 and above in Malaysia. That means that we do have a slight extra in our stockpile, which we will keep for foreign workers, for also expatriates, people, residents who are non-Malaysian nationals here. And we might increase the order in the future because we don't know at the moment how long the immune response is for the vaccinations. So we may keep some in the future in case we need to give booster shots for our our citizens.
So what is that? Because what I mentioned to reach out to the foreign workers, not like.
But hold on, let me just finish the question. Why do we aim to go above? One is kita nak cater for the foreigners here. And the other thing is I want to mitigate against any risk. Katalah vaksin tu kita dah beli tapi tak dapat didaftarkan oleh NPRA. Then so I need to buy more than 70%. That's why I've gone beyond. Katalah manufacturing risk. They cannot get the raw materials. They cannot produce in time. That's why we've decided to go beyond 70%. As long as we are within the budget, I think it's responsible for us to try to increase the stockpile that we have. Yeah, questions.
Is this a total fee for the non-Malaysia?
We will be having a meeting, Jawatankuasa Jaminan Access Vaccine, JACJAV, in a couple of weeks. And we will be inviting the Minister for Home Affairs, the Minister for Human Resources, and the Minister for Foreign Affairs, where we will make a decision untuk disyorkan kepada Kabinet sama ada vaksin untuk warga asing adalah diberikan secara percuma ke tidak. We have not decided yet. We had a discussion at the last Cabinet, but Cabinet has asked the Joint Committee chaired by Adham and myself to make recommendations.
What's the target for this number of foreign workers? I mean, do you have an estimate, like based on the
Your guess is as good as mine because we are talking about documented and undocumented workers.
but for the vaccine?
Sorry?
For those who may get like the surplus of the vaccine?
Yeah, so we will try to target as many as possible. And the principle is very simple. The principle is we need to vaccinate the foreign workers to make sure that they are safe and to make sure that we are also safe. The more people you vaccinate, the safer you are. Katalah kita hanya vaccinate rakyat kita, tapi kita tak vaccinate 3 juta pekerja asing. We are still at risk because we may not reach the threshold for herd immunity. That's why we are considering this question very carefully. Katalah kita minta mereka bayar ataupun majikan mereka bayar. That's already a obstacle for them. They might choose tak bayarlah, because it's not compulsory. So we are considering this carefully. What we decide to do for foreign workers.
Why has the government considered which sectors first to target?
Yeah, we will be presenting to Cabinet next week. Then there will be an announcement.
What are the methods that the government plans to do to get people vaccinated? Is it through the data from IC or from Bancian?
Yeah, so we will start with risk assessment. Who is at high risk? And we will start with that group. That will be announced after Cabinet approves the plan. So, of course, what you've heard so far is the general plan, frontline workers first, and then those with comorbidity, and then warga mas dan sebagainya. But after that, we will have to have a system where once the general population is being vaccinated, who will go first and where you get vaccinated. It's voluntary. So if you want to get vaccinated, you'll have to sign up. We'll have a sign-up feature in My Sejahtera, where you can sign up to say that you consent and that you register to have the vaccine.
So any new passport after the vaccine passport after the people get the vaccine?
Yes. Selepas diberikan vaksin, that's not the end of the story. Kita ada proses surveillance, yang ini akan dijalankan oleh KKM selama beberapa tahun. We will continue to monitor for adverse effects. And the surveillance will be done by KKM. We will also encourage self-reporting surveillance through My Sejahtera. So in case you develop any side effects, you can report that through My Sejahtera or directly to KKM. Surveillance is very important. This is what is known as the phase 4 of the vaccination program.
Yesterday, Dr. Hisham mentioned that it might not be so soon that the government can roll out the vaccines because they need to check everything. Might have to wait till March. So, some discussion.
So we gave dalam keterangan kepada proceeding PAC tadi, we have said that we target inshallah with NPRA's registration, we target before the end of February.
Whether can we know how many units are the cold storage freezer that you set off the 16.6 million?
At the moment, I think we're buying 50 again. 55.
How much can each freezer store?
Oh, I don't know. It's enough for our order lah.
Jadi apa belum balas PAC daripada keterangan YB tadi dan
Bagi PAC jawab lah. I don't want to speak on behalf of PAC. Nanti saya tak nak prejudice the proceeding. Let PAC answer that. But I've disclosed what I need to disclose today.